What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to cover a very important topic: Pulsechain and Pulsex Fud. If you've been following and watching this type of content, you've probably seen everything out there that could be covered about Richard Heart's ecosystem of Pulsechain. And I want to come at this at a different angle and show you guys something different than a price prediction or how to make the most money, because I don't see this particular topic getting covered that much. And I'm sure a lot of you are getting tired of watching the same content over and over again. So let's cover some of the Pulsechain and Pulsex Fud that is really, kind of annoying, that makes no sense at all. And I'm going to basically dismantle all of it one by one. Starting with the most popular one, which is supply for Pulsechain and Pulsex will be too high. And this one is complete nonsense. Supply of a coin does not matter. There's tons of coins out there with quadrillions in supply that have done very, very well. There's tons of coins like this out there, guys, that have so much in supply, yet they've done thousands of X's, and I'll show you right now. One of them, it's pretty popular, you probably heard of it. It's called SafeMoon. 1 quadrillion in supply, and from all-time low to all-time high, it did 1700x. And I actually rode a couple hundred X's on SafeMoon, so I can tell you for sure that supply does not matter. Another one is Shiba Inu. 1 quadrillion supply, same as SafeMoon, all-time low to all-time high, 1.6 million X. Now obviously, Shiba Inu, well, not obviously, but most people know Shiba Inu is very, very popular, a lot more popular than SafeMoon. However, both these coins have done extremely well despite having such, huge supplies. So this just goes to show that the supply argument that is used to FUD people out of investing out of Pulsechain and Pulsex is complete nonsense, as we can see over here. Another point is, to continue this, many coins out there do very well despite the high supply. Yeah, we covered that. You hear this high supply argument often from newbies, from people who don't know how things work, or people who are trying to FUD you into selling so they can buy in lower. So we just talked about that. That's a lot of strategies people use. They tell you the supply is too high just so you sell, and they buy in lower. A lot of people do that so they can get a better deal. And once again, guys, supply does not matter. So the second point, or second, most popular FUD point, is market cap will be too high. I see a lot of people saying, even in my comment section, that $1 billion was sacrificed to Pulsex or Pulsechain, whatever you like. $1 billion was sacrificed to Pulsex, so starting market cap is 1 billion. This is another one very popular FUD point that a lot of people use, which is complete nonsense. Just because a high amount of money was sacrificed does not equal starting market cap, guys. I will say this again. Just because a high amount of money was sacrificed does not equal starting market cap. An example of this is EOS. They had $4 billion USD collected in ICO, yet EOS pulled a 40x in a bear market. Guys, pulling a 40x in a bear market is extremely impressive. A bear market especially is a time where especially everybody is just away. Nobody really cares about crypto anymore. There's not as much hype. Yet they pulled 40x despite having $4 billion USD collected. So starting market cap will not be 1 billion for Pulse or Pulsex. Even if by any chance that it does, market cap means nothing. And it's a useless metric that represents nothing. All right? Anybody can create a coin with an artificial market cap that is higher than Bitcoin's market cap. What you should be more worried about is starting liquidity for Pulsechain or Pulsex. And let me show you guys something before we move on. Something that will completely dispel this whole market cap thing with the $1 billion sacrificed. So let's take a look quickly at the calculator. So $4 billion was sacrificed for EOS, all right? And it did a 40x from all-time low to all-time high, okay? From the start. So if you multiply it by 40x, you get $160 billion market cap. Okay. So if we go to EOS chart, we have over here, here. This is the historical data for EOS. Right now it's sitting at $2.40. So here this is the price chart, this is the market cap chart, and I clicked on all. So as we can see, I hope you guys can see this in the video. As you guys can see, at no point throughout its history, it hit $160 billion market cap. All right, it launched like not even close to 4 billion. It shows around 300 to 400 million dollars market cap. But that's when the coin got listed. Usually these coins start off way lower than what is showcased on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. But you guys can see it never really hit $160 billion market cap, which is complete nonsense. And this just goes to show that the market cap argument is complete nonsense with the $1 billion sacrificed. Even if by any chance that it does, it means nothing. It's completely useless metric. So let's continue. So going back to the other points, what you should be more worried about is starting a liquidity for Pulsechain or Pulsex. The liquidity is the only thing that matters for price performance, guys. It's the only thing that matters. Like the only thing that matters. And we can, how do we know this? We know this because Michael Saylor and Wall Street literally drop hundreds of millions into Bitcoin, and it barely moves the price. Guys, the more liquidity a coin has, the less price movement it will have. The more liquidity it will have, the less price movement it will have. There you go. So liquidity determines price appreciation. Lower liquidity, faster appreciation. And to continue, that's why you see meme coins, you know, the Safe Moons, the Shiba, the Hoj coins, the Cat Girls, Clifford, Inu, whatever. That's why you see meme coins pulling hundreds of X's in a few days. Oftentimes, these meme coins tend to be very, very, very low liquidity. All right, so that's why they pull so many X's. So to continue, the third FUD point that most people use to FUD people out is the OA address, origin address, will dump Pulsechain and Pulsex. Now my question is, why would the OA address dump Pulsechain and Pulsex? Why would it? The origin address has been with us from the very beginning with Hex. Chain analysis shows the OA address has been doing nothing but support the Hex project simply by holding. Never sold a coin, guys. This address never sold a coin. You can have your opinions of who it might be, who it is, who controls it. Doesn't matter. Facts are, it never sold a coin. Yes, there has been some movement back and forth between the addresses, the daughter addresses, but not a single coin has ever been sold. Not one. From 2019 all the way to 2022, not a single one. The OA address is the biggest whale in all of Richard's projects. We've seen this with Hex, we've seen this with Pulsechain, and with Pulsex. I'm gonna have to double check on that. Let me know, guys, if it is, if not comparable to the top sacrificer. So it's unlikely for the OA address to dump. Not in best interest to sell any tokens. If it's the biggest whale holding and supporting Hex, why would it dump all of a sudden for Pulsechain and Pulsex? That makes no sense. So the fourth FUD point is that Pulsechain and Pulsex is a scam and they have no utility. Now my question is, did somebody get scammed in Hex? Guys, since 2019 I haven't heard a single person coming forward to Richard and saying, hey, I got scammed, give me my money back. Not a single one. Pulsechain is not a scam. It's going to reduce Ethereum's load by incentivizing crypto users to bridge over to Pulse. Pulsechain to get their free tokens and stay in the ecosystem. You can, like with this type of logic, you can call everything a scam with no research. And my question is, what about other chains? Is Bitcoin a scam? What's its utility? It's slow, expensive. You literally have to wait 3 to 6 hours to get, a transaction going through. Is that a scam? Throughout that time of waiting from 3 hours to 6 hours, you have a bunch of thoughts going through your head. What if I lost my money? What if I didn't send it to the right address? And on and on and on. So that alone shows that Pulsechain has utility because it's faster, it's cheaper. You don't have to wait 6 hours for a transaction. You don't have to pay $25 for a transaction, and you don't have to worry as much. You can see where the money is going. You know it's gonna go there, and it's way cheaper to do it. So to continue, the fifth point that is flooded about, Pulsechain is just another ghost chain. So in my opinion, this is the dumbest FUD out there, because Richard Hart exclusively said that Pulsechain will be a full state system state fork of Ethereum. But all the ERC20s you have on Ethereum will be available on Pulsechain. And just very quickly, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything that I'm saying in this video is just my opinion only. And do your own research. So let's continue. Pulsechain will launch as a complete product, just like Hex did. Compared to all the other chains, there's so many chains out there, guys, that have not launched, a full system state. Ethereum, AVAX, BNB, Phantom, Polygon, tons of chains. Compared to a lot of other chains, Pulse is the only one full system state chain fully complete on launch. We've never seen this done before, guys, so this will definitely send shockwaves throughout the crypto sphere. So the sixth FUD point is Pulsechain will never launch. My question is, why would it not launch? Hex launched and Richard did everything he said he would. He always updates us. So I don't see why it would be different for Pulsechain and Pulsex. And we can see this simply by, the testnet. The testnet is up and running. He's always showing us constant updates. Yes, he might, flex his Rolexes or his Louis Vuitton bags, but, somewhere in between, sometimes he gives us updates that testnet is up. We're getting updates like sacrifice balances and all that stuff. Testnet V1, V2, V2B. So we're seeing progress on the testnets. So the next step after that would be, testnet V3, like the final one, and then mainnet launch. So this FUD point is completely, dumb in my opinion. So the seventh one, Pulsechain and Pulsex will dump on launch. And when I say dump, I'm talking below sacrifice value, which is what is FUDed about. And my question to all the people saying that Pulsechain will dump, or Pulsex will dump below sacrifice value is, did Ethereum dump on launch? Did AVAX dump on launch? Those are the Pulsechain comparables, obviously. Did Cardano dump on launch? Guys, this Cardano token has been out for 6 years, 7 years. No working product, nothing, 2 transactions per second, never dumped below ICO price. So why would Pulsechain? Did Solana dump on launch? No. Did Phantom dump on launch? No. Did Uniswap token dump on launch? No. Did K token dump on launch? No. Did Trader Joe, this one is on AVAX by the way, if you guys are not sure. Did Trader Joe dump on launch? No. Even if it does, even if by any chance that Pulsex dumps, buy the dip. Not financial advice, but this is what I'll be doing. Moving on to the 8th FUD point, which is Pulsechain and Pulsex won't even do a 10x. You guys can probably notice already that this point is similar to the other ones before, but I'm just addressing it in a more specific manner as it is typed out over here. So basically, this FUD comes from those who think that too many people participated in either sacrifices and the sacrificed amount is too high, which means market cap is 1 billion for Pulse or Pulsex. Guys, I'm going to repeat it again. Alright, it's not going to be 1 billion, and the market cap starts at 0. Nobody will be providing liquidity. Nobody. Once the system is forked over, everything is starting at 0. Plain and simple. The only people who will be providing liquidity are the people participating in the system and looking to earn money on providing liquidity. That's about it. So moving on to the 9th point, there will be other competing dexes on Pulsechain, and because of that, Pulsex won't do well. Guys, in new ecosystems, it's usually winner takes all. On BNB, we have PancakeSwap, and on PancakeSwap, 98% of the volume for BNB is usually done on PancakeSwap. All the coins, all the meme coins are traded there, and there's very little volume on other exchanges that are on the BNB chain. Same thing with Ethereum. Ethereum has Uniswap and SushiSwap. Nowadays, it's mostly like a 70-30 split, where Uniswap does 70% and SushiSwap accounts for 20%, and the rest is like 10%. So Ethereum has Uniswap and Sushi, but overall Uniswap, it's usually winner takes all. The first DEX that is on the chain tends to dominate a lot more. For AVAX, which is another chain, we have Trader Joe. And once again, Trader Joe on the AVAX chain accounts for 90% of the traded volume for all those coins that are available on AVAX. So it's the same thing over and over again. So there's this point is completely irrelevant, and I don't see why Pulse and Pulsechain, Pulsex won't do well, despite having other dexes launching on the Pulse chain. So as you guys can see, all these points we took down one by one. They're complete nonsense. They have little to no validity to them, and they don't make sense. And we've covered quite a bit. So I appreciate if you guys are watching, watched all the way through. Really appreciate it. Hit the like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. I'll see you guys next time.